Hello and welcome to TylerTeacherCraft. Today we're going to be doing my second world tour. I'm in the grass. So we're doing the second world tour like I did before, starting in the same place. But this time we're going to go fast through the stuff that has not changed. So if you think you want to see more of something that I didn't take much time with, you can watch the first world tour I did last year. But I would like to do this world tour again before the new update comes. So this is before 1.14. This world was started in 1.11, and this is 100% survival built by me. And sometimes I use tutorials. I will let you know when those were. Sometimes I looked at pictures to build, and sometimes I just built it freehand by myself. So I'll let you know the differences between them. But we're going to start out here at the Woodland Mansion because, again, this is the farthest thing away from my spawn area, which is where most of my work is being done. So we're going to start here and move in closer to spawn by the end. All right, so let's get to it, shall we? All right, so here are my llamas. I got some names for them this time. So that is Tommy Balama, and then we got Baracko Llama. Alright, so those are my llamas. I haven't done anything with them yet. They're still just hanging out here, but now I've added some names. So that's good. Alright, so let's head inside. I have not changed much of anything inside, so we're going to do this very quickly. So there's Theme hanging out there. This is my bedroom over here. There's Effect. I still don't know where Cause is. Feline King, Castlevania, all still here. My parrots are still here. My beds. This is my original armor. The first armor, full set of armor I made and then enchanted. That's hanging out there. Dragon head and still missing an egg. Still don't know where that is. Alright, let's go through here. This will be the fastest way, real quick. I've got the AFK fish farm, which I have not used for a very long time, but it worked. And then I got my storage system, my furnace array here, Persuade, Inform, and Entertain, and over here, that's just a black cat, just hanging out there. So there's my storage system. This is all stuff we did in the last episode. It didn't change, so I'm going to go quickly through there. And in the back, very fast, we have the sugarcane farm, if you remember from before. If you don't, you can watch the other one. Real quick, sugarcane farm. Nothing fancy, but again, it does what I want it to. Gets me some sugarcane. The only other thing down here is my mine shaft, which we saw last time. That goes all the way down to diamond level. That is my mine shaft. So if you want to see more of that, you can watch the last episode. Alright, so last thing, we're going to go upstairs. Up top we got the garden. So there's the garden there. Finally finished this one. Got the fountain in there. Got some bushes. Very traditional style garden. Nothing super awesome, but it's much nicer than nothing out here, right? So there's my garden. Can walk around here. Nice little view. Maybe there's going to be a village over there. I don't know. There we go. All right. So now it's time to head out. Moving on. All right. So here we are at my Mayan temple. I built in the jungle here. This is a place that I do not come. It's so far away from my base, but this is where I get all of my cats. For some reason, this jungle spawns ocelots, but no parrots. And the other jungle that I found, which is also far away from my base, only spawns parrots, but no ocelots. So I don't know. So this is my cat temple because this is the area where I get all my cats. So let's quickly take a look around here. We did this in the last episode, so I won't spend too much time here. But it's a step pyramid, like you'd find in the Mayan temples back in the day. Not too big, fairly small temple for what I build. But it's cool, I like it. Inside, we just got some cats, still empty. Nothing's changed here, so we won't spend too much time on it. But let's take a look at it from the sky, and then we'll be on our way. There it is. Hello and welcome to my Christmas town, from the jungle to the snow. This is Leavenworth. Let's take a look around. So this is a rebuild of an actual town in Washington called Leavenworth, Washington, where I used to go when I was a kid for Christmas. They'd always light up the street. So this is actually a build I did based directly on pictures of Leavenworth and copying it myself into Minecraft. The problem is, the real Leavenworth over here is like a main highway kind of thing, and it's just a big long street mostly on one side. So I'm going to alter this, of course, to make it more of a small town feel. So I'm going to put something at the end, maybe a cathedral or something, which is not in Leavenworth for real, and then some of the other buildings on this side of the street to make more of a small town. But this is a replica of a real town that I used to go to when I was a kid for Christmas time. So isn't that nice? There's nothing in here inside. There are going to be shops eventually, but right now they're all empty inside, except for in this building I have a snow golem farm. And this is one of my cool little features to make it more Christmassy. Ready? So, Merry Christmas from Leavenworth. Alright, welcome to the Ice Spike biome, where I am working on what my students have voted for, and that is a Viking village. So I'm going to be making a sort of fantasy, extravagant Viking village. Not really realistic, but pretty cool looking, more elaborate than a real Viking village might have looked like, but with the same basic ideas of a Viking village. So this is the longhouse, the first building for my village. There's nothing else here yet, as you can see, but I'm going to make it in the Ice Spikes biome, sort of a cold Viking feel to it. And this is the first building so far. So let's take a look around and see what I've built. Now this one is based on a video that I watched, not really a tutorial, but it's a video that I watched from another Minecrafter. So I will put the video in the description down below, so you can watch the same video I did if you would like to build this. Anyway, so it's quite elaborate for me, and it's fairly big. This is one of the bigger house structures that I built before, and these were fairly hard to do. The dragon heads were kind of cool. Never done anything like that before, but we can see there's a lot of detail work on this one. And yeah, so let's drop inside. I also added a floor. You can see the garden in the front, in both sides. It opens on both sides. Still empty inside. A real longhouse would be mostly open. There'd be usually like a fire in the middle of some sort. Maybe animals on one side, and people would live more around the center area, and there'd be a fire in the middle to keep it warm. Mine's going to be slightly different because it's very big and open, but that's what it would normally be like. I also added this Norse sort of image here I think it was for prosperity. Anyway, so I added that on the floor, so we've got a cool little shape there. You can go up here to take a look at it further. So there you go. So we got this cool shape on the floor, and we got this huge, large structure, all sorts of details in here. So this is to start my Viking village. So I got a lot of detail. You can see I got all this stuff on the outside. The roof is really done up. All in here for the new Viking village voted on by my students. They wanted me to make a Viking village, so I just started it here in the Ice Spikes biome. So there you go. The beginning of my Viking village. Get another look at it. You can see the dragons on the top there. There we go. All the detail work. Alright, what do you think? So this is going to be a big Viking village here. It's going to spread out really far. I think over here we're going to have a stave church. Really cool, maybe like the Bogan stave church. That'll be really cool and elaborate to go with my big, huge longhouse here. Most of the other structures will probably be smaller, you know, dirt sort of covered buildings like they actually had in the Viking villages, covered in dirt or mud or whatever. Mine will be covered in snow, maybe even ice, but anyway, mostly smaller structures except for this one. Alright, so let's head out to the next one. Alright, coming up on the Mushroom Island portal from the Nether. So let's head on up and see what's going on here. Alright, so this is my Mushroom Island, which I am going to, maybe one day, turn into the sort of plastic fantastic style where everything looks fake and colorful. But so far, this is the only build I've made on it. So let's take a quick look at it real quick. This was in the last video. Nothing's changed. So you can see here. And inside, just a very colorful concrete building and glass. So for more details on this one, you can watch the last episode of this, the last tour. But now, that's it. So there you have it, the Mushroom Island build. So far, the only one on this island. So let's move on to the next one. So welcome to my first modern house that I built on this world. This was built from a picture that I saw online. I only saw the front of it, so I just kind of built the rest of it myself. But this is the modern build that I came up with a pool, which looks much nicer now with the 1.13 update, with the water update. But this is the modern house, still empty on the inside. I actually have not been here since the last world tour. But let's check out why exactly we put this here. So I put this here because there's a village right here, desert village right here. On the other side, there's my house. On the other side, we've got a plains village right here. And just over there, we've got a savanna village. There we go. So this is the 3-village house right here. Savanna village right here. Still got some villagers there. The plains village over here still has some villagers. And then I've got my house here. And the desert village right over there. But that village, I think, is now completely empty of villagers. I took them all and put them at the spawn area so that I could make some stuff, which we will see a little bit later. So this was in the last video. Nothing has changed. So let's head on out to the next one. Welcome to the Ivory Tower. So this is a drowned farm to get gold and tridents. So let's take a look way up here. Alright, so way down there at the bottom, we have a villager, and the drowns will come in, look for the villager, and then come up the water bubble columns, straight up into my system here, and then right into the killing chamber. Here comes another one. So I gather a few of these guys up, and then we kill and then hope to get a trident, but we have to find the ones with the tridents already. So that is the drowned farm. And we get gold and nautilus shells from inside there, and lots of rotten flesh, of course. So that's it. We got the villager down at the bottom. The drowns spawn in around here, track him into the middle there, and then come on up the tube to me, where I can kill them. All right, let's get out of here. All right, welcome to my Guardian Farm. If you watched the last world tour, you can see already that this Guardian Farm is more efficient than it was before. Before, I had a very inefficient Guardian Farm because I hadn't changed much. I just took the top off the Guardian Farm. But now, if we walk over here, we can see it is quite different these days. Last time, this was full of water. Now we can see the sky. Oh my goodness. And I've redone the entire basement here. This is the collection system for all of the drops from the Guardian Farm. I've got enough space to collect a lot of the drops. I even have a mine over there that I can be doing some mining while I am collecting drops once in a while. But let's take a look outside, and you can see all the work that I did here that has changed this place and made it way better for a farm. It's not the best farm in the world. I designed this one myself, so it could be better, but you can see up here, completely outside now. So the only spawnable spaces for the Guardians are inside the farm. So we can see them there, spawning in and dropping in, just like so. And there it is. This is my Guardian Farm. So, it could be more efficient, like I said, but I wanted to make my own. I already had the hole in the roof from the inefficient version that I made, so I decided to just add some tanks on the side that feed into that. It's good enough for me, although you can see that it's not doing so well right this second. It's efficient enough for me. When I hang out around here, it's usually pretty good about getting me a lot of stuff. But this was a lot of work to take all the sand out of here. I used a bunch of sponges. And now that we're standing here, of course, nothing's spawning in. I can always change this later maybe and get a more efficient version, but I want to keep the temple the way it is because I'm going to build around this. I'm going to build like a layered, like there'll be a layer here with some stuff on it, and then another layer, and then so this will be sort of like a reverse dome shape. So we have like an outer area that's at water level, and then it will step down a little bit and then step down to this level. So make it sort of like a Atlantis sinking city, but that's going to be a project for later because this was a lot of work just to clear this entire area out. So let's head back in. So this will be the final thing that we look at for today. There you go. They're fighting. They're trying not to go in there, but you can see last time we stood here for a few minutes and we didn't see much of anything. Now we can see that it's, much better. With them dropping in here. A lot better than it was before. Not the most efficient. It's not something that, it's going to get me millions and millions of drops. But this is a single-player world. I'm all by myself here, so this does the trick. It gets me plenty of stuff. I can hang out here for an hour maybe, just sitting here and get enough drops for anything that I need to build. Alright, so that is going to do it for Part 1 of the World Tour. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more of any of the builds that we saw today, you didn't think I spent enough time on them, it's probably because I already showed it in the last video and nothing changed. so you can watch the world tour. There's 3 videos from the world tour from last year. You can check those out and see more about the stuff that we checked out today that's the same, and also you can see how things have changed, right, from the last one till now. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you in part 2 where we go to the spawn area and see all my biggest builds and how they've changed. Alright, bye-bye.